Welcome everyone to our first long-form video about coasters.
I'm going to be trying to make more, so please show your support by liking and subscribing so I can put out more long-form content.
Recently, I was privileged enough to visit the Midwest's most immersive theme park, that being Lost Island in Waterloo, Iowa.
In a brand new series, I will be telling you whether Lost Island and many other parks are worth taking the trip it visit. So here we go. In 2022, the Birch family, who owns the wildly successful Lost Island water park across the road, opened their long-awaited theme park project of the same name.
After accumulating many rides over the years and a few years of constructing the project, the park was able to open, but without two rides due to supply chain issues, this being Machagani and Utah Falls.
Despite the lack of attendance in its first year, the park won a Golden Ticket Award for Best New Family Attraction with Volcano, Quest for the Golden Idol.
In 2023, the two previously aforementioned rides opened, and a lot of enthusiasts got out to the park to visit.
Since it has been a thriving park, even announcing a new Rocky Mountain construction single-rail coaster that is set to open in 2025.
Now, let's go over some of the most notable rides at the park.
Machagani is an Intamin hydraulic launch coaster in the Earth realm. It was formerly known as Konin and was located at Liseberg in Sweden. It is also Iowa's only launch coaster.
Napuko Air Coaster is a Vekoma suspended looping coaster in the air realm. It was formerly located in South Africa and is both the park's tallest coaster and Iowa's only inverted coaster.
Lokolo is a kid's wacky worm coaster located in the spirit realm of the park, and I believe so far is the only coaster that wasn't relocated from a different park.
Volcano Quest for the Golden Idol is an indoor shooting dark ride which won a Golden Ticket Award for Best New Family Attraction in 2022.
Amara Aviators is a Gearslauer Skyfly, and is one of two in the United States other than TMNT Shell Shock at Mall of America.
Finally, Utah Falls is an interlink log flume that is right beside their food market in the Earth realm.
Of course, there are many more rides, and I'm just skimming the surface of what there is.
Now, we'll hand it over to Mr. AI for what we did in the park when we went.
Thank you, Yoshi and Scrimp. It's an honor to be doing long-form videos for the first time. We started off with the 2.5-hour car ride through the cornfields of Iowa to get to Waterloo, where we even passed by the Field of Dreams in Dyersville. After a quick breakfast at Quick Star, we finally arrived at the park, where we waited about 5 minutes for the park to open. When we got in, we bolted towards Volcano, expecting a really long queue in the later hours, but it wasn't open. We then tried our luck at Machagani, but it also wasn't open. This kind of had us worried, but later, we learned that they were just testing the rides so they could open later in the day. We then went over to the Air Realm and got a quick ride on Amara Aviators, a very fun Gearslauer Skyfly. We followed that up by a ride on Napuko, and my friend didn't like it very much because of the roughness. We then went to the front to watch their opening ceremony, which was a touch confusing to my friend and mom, but I understood because I had watched about 500 videos on the park before coming. Then, we went back over to the Fire Realm, and Volcano was finally open, so we went on that, and I have to say it is probably the best non-coaster ride I have ever been on. Machagani was also finally open, so we went on that, and it was one of the best launch coasters I've been on in a while. We then followed that up by getting a ride on the log flume, then dried off with the bumper cars, and then we crossed the bridge and went to the Water Realm, where we went on their water battle ride, which was really disappointing. We then hopped back on Amara Aviators and followed that up with rides on this fish ride, bicycle ride, and their kiddie coaster. We then headed back to the Earth Realm to get some food at the Tatara Market, where I had a burger and mac and cheese. We then rode on their Ferris wheel called the Eye of Okamoto. We then got some re-rides on Machagani, Utah Falls, and Volcano, where I hit 450,000 points. Comment below if you have beaten or could beat that score. We then ended our day riding this turtle ride and Lokolo, and then hitting up the merch shop and buying a t-shirt. All in all, a successful day. Now time to hand it over to Yoshi Flavor himself for an overall review and whether or not you should visit Lost Island.
Thank you, Mr. AI, but currently I'm a bit under the weather, so don't judge me on that. First, we're going to have a little speculation time of what I think their next coaster after Fire Runner is going to be. So, I think they should replace Napuku with either a B&M Flying or a Vekoma Flying Dutchman. I'd say that'd be a really cool addition just to the air realm over there. But realistically, their 5th coaster is probably going to be some family thrill coaster going to the water realm, because that's the only realm that does not have a coaster. But anyways, is it really worth it to make your way out to Waterloo in the middle of Iowa just to go to Lost Island? And the answer is 100% definitely. You really should make your way out to this park. It's a hidden gem in the Midwest that not many people know about, and it's a really fun park with some amazing theming that is a must-do for even coaster fans or non-coaster fans. They've got a really solid lineup of coasters, flat rides, water rides, dark rides, and they have just some really well theming too. Also, the park is very clean, and there's no litter on the park, and the staff, they're just very kind, and they just care about the people, and they do a really good job at their job. Also, it's got Dollywood level theming for less than half the price, which is an amazing thing. Definitely make your way out soon, even if you live in the Midwest, in Iowa, or anywhere. You really should make your way just out to Waterloo to visit the theme park, no matter where you live. Thank you all for watching this video, and please subscribe so I can continue to make these long-form videos, because they take a long time to make. And yeah, so just subscribe and ride roller coasters.